soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know when Mace, Poss, and Dave win. Still here, still in your...
Well, the summer beach weather may be long gone, but still a tremendous afternoon for football here in Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Rams. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Right 20. Louis. You must be getting tired.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
This is caught. It's Cooks. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 40.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
I'm scared. Check. Lucky.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Goff throwing complete to Cup, and they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 27-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey! Go! 54!
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Mike 5-5. Mike 11. 11. Pick it up.
Goff now looks to throw. That'll be caught by Rice. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 10 more there and another 1st down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now gone. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
58, right over there. Yeah. Right there. Here we go. Watch the pass. 58.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them, because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it first and 10. The run there on first down gets them a yard to the 26. Darren Lee there to get him down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, Echo!
On 2nd and 9. Stick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time there's a set. Come on, fellas.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And he gets it away, and it's a laser, headed for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put him through the post. That's going to help him
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown LA. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Set, ready? 15, line. 15, line. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Throwing on second down. Stiff, but he completes it to Cohen.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
On third down, it's Stick. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From his goal line here, Goff. Now that'll be caught by Cup. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They run. It's Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 14-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Mike 58, right there.
On second and 12, Goff. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. 23 yards the pickup there. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go through a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's gone. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clipped off the film or stopped it, you would see
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Hey. Check 13. Check 13.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Go!
First and 10, Stick. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Here's Stick looking to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Here's Goff. Open man right side is Cup, complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Gain of 6. That's good for our Rams. First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Like 20. Double dog. That's the way.
Now Goff on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Goff now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10.
Hey, Charlie. Mike 27. 14. Turbo,
Again, Goff. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Watch the back. Ready?
On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. Catch made here by Campbell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Colts.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
59 Mike, 59 Mike, check, 59. Stay with your man. Go.
On second and 11 now. Stick. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line.
First down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27.
Hey, Orbit. 54. Mike 54. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense. 54 is Mike. 54. Hey, Haywood. 54.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And once again, not much running room, if any at all.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Hey, wahoo! Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Stick from the gun. And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. On 4th down, here's Stick. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 17. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. In on the tackle, the former All-Pro Chris Harris.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 16, Goff. And this is caught at the 8. A Ram first down as Goff finds Kupp.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On second and goal. Goff. Now they go screen. It's complete. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? To throw is gone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been threes.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Tackle. Check. Fresno. Go.
Stick back to pass. He completes it to Evans. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Now Chubb running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try to find some targets in the open field downfield.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On second and 7, Goff. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now Goff. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Johnny Hecker now. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Listen.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
76.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
2nd down and goal. Goff. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Darius Leonard in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Out of the gun. Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 19 yards away as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Prater for the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now here's another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
In your face.
On the counter, Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this
fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for L.A., the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.